Pembrokeshire. Hello, Shebai. Bodada, very good morning to you. Toby Ellis with you here on the Daytime Show. And we've got a very busy one today. Carl Williams joins us. Synergy Talks, health, fitness and wellbeing advice, 12:15. And Oggy joins us for your digital download feature at 11:15. Talking ultra-fast broadband as they are rolling out across Pembrokeshire right now, and we're getting the latest tech news as well with Tom Stafford. Looking forward to it. Now, though, we do have the lovely Rianne joining us here in the studio from Two-ish. Good morning.
Morning, Bodada.
Oh, Bodada. Lovely to have you with us here. Nice to actually meet you properly, not being half naked, running across the beach. That was the last time I saw you with the elephant tip last year.
It was, definitely.
Lovely to have you with us, Rianne. So, Two-ish, I mean, I think we were only aware of this sort of maybe last year, I think, when the elephant dip was happening. We were really intrigued by the charity, the great work that you do. Cassie, I don't know how she did it, but she persuaded me to go into the sea. I was so cold, but it was quite exhilarating. So that's why you're here. We're going to have a good chat about all of that. So first, a little bit about you, as you were having a bit of a giggle off air with me that you're not an alien girl. No, you're not an alien girl. You're from Honeyborough. so you are a Pembrokeshire girl first and foremost.
Absolutely. I grew up in Nayland, and I did have an amazing time from very much from this area, and very proud of that.
Yeah, certainly. So where's home now?
Home's Miskin, just outside Cardiff.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So still in Wales?
Oh, absolutely, always.
I bet you had some fun growing up in that part of Pembs.
Oh, definitely. The best memories. And I think you just don't appreciate where you grow up, do you? Now, I come down here so often from Cardiff because it's so beautiful as well.
Yeah, it is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
So, Two-ish, tell us the story. How did that come about? How did you set it up?
Yeah, so Two-ish was established back in 2012. My one-year-old son, George, died suddenly in a hospital not far from where I live, outside Cardiff. A few days later, my husband, Paul, took his own life, traumatised by what we'd been through. And it was clear very quickly that there was nothing available to support us. Everyone we met, all of the health, police, everyone we met were wonderful, but there was just no system, there was no support to pick us up and to look after us.
Wow. Well, sorry for your tragic loss. It must have been an awful time for you. But I guess using that and seeing how you could help people, I guess, was probably very comforting and got you through that very difficult period.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always been a positive person, and I just felt at the time that in their memory and also their legacy, their lives had to live on. It was something that was really important to me. And I just felt that if there had been support after our little boy died, that my husband would still be here today watching his other two children grow up. So I threw myself into that, quite rightly or wrongly. It was a distraction as well. And you do have to face what you've been through at some point. But and then I felt I just wanted to help other families who lost a child under certain circumstances.
And how did the name Two-ish come about?
So when George died, we weren't given any advice on how to tell our other children who were 2 and 3, what had happened. So we just explained that when you die, you don't need your body anymore, but you have a bundle of sparkle in your tummy that's thrown into the sky and becomes a star. So when I was looking for names, I wanted the word star, wish, and all of that in it, and obviously two. So it was firstly called To Wish Upon a Star, but everyone called us To Wish, so we shortened it. So that's why.
And that's exactly the conversation I had with Cassie, because as soon as she said we were To Wish Upon a Star, I was like, okay. So that's why you sort of, I guess, had a little rebrand quite recently.
Yeah, not so long ago. Everyone was referring to us as To Wish.
Yeah.
And I just felt we were 10 years old as well this year, and it was just the right time just to change it and just take us up a notch, really.
Yeah. It's certainly done that, I think. I think since the elephant dip and its great success, so many more people have been talking about Two-ish. You also work quite closely with Sandy Bear, our children bereavement charity here in Pembrokeshire, our chosen charity of the year here at Pure West.
Yes, we do. The number of the staff I know very well through a lot of the things that we do together. Our families are very similar that come to us. So yeah, we do a lot of work with them. It's really important that charities work together in partnership, because we all can't do, we can't all do it. So let's all work together. So yeah, a big shout out to Sandy Bears.
I think especially sort of post-COVID, I think collaborative partnerships that joined up thinking. It really seems to be striving forward now.
Yeah, definitely. I think sadly the last few years have been really difficult for many reasons to many people, but what it has done is teach us that we need each other, and it's about communities and it's about working together.
So, Rhian, how do people reach out to you if people would like to find out more information or if they need some help and support? How do they do that?
Yeah, so, please reach out. If you've ever been affected by the sudden and traumatic loss of a child or young adult up to the age of 25, get in touch, because you're not alone. It's the loneliest feeling, grief. And I think people, think they've just got to get on with it. And yes, sadly, we do have to get on with it, but there are organisations to help. So we've got a website, we're on social media. Please reach out. And don't feel because you lost your child or you were affected many years ago, you can't put a time on grief. So it's important people do reach out, and we're there for anybody.
And people deal with grief in so many different ways. And I think, recently we've had a lot of specialist shows. We've got Healthy Minds, Better Lives talking about suicide prevention. Recently it was Suicide World Prevention Day. And I think with the Queen passing as well, I think a lot of people have had emotions come back to them. And a lot of people we've been grieving as a nation. It's brought a lot back recently, hasn't it?
It has, and triggers that you may not expect. Personally, the Queen passing away did have an effect on me, because you've lost this stability that was, even though I didn't know her, it was something else that had changed, and something else to show that time moves on. And that is quite a difficult thing when you're bereaved. Nobody should feel guilty for grieving in the way they do. Some people will be okay and find it okay to smile, smile quite easily again, and that's okay. And then others feel guilt for smiling again. So everyone grieves differently, and maybe speaking to an organisation will help make you realise that that's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. For more information, you can reach out at twowish.org.uk. That's twowish.org.uk. I have no idea how I ended up in the sea last year in such fashion, but I did. Got stuck in the elephant dip. How did that come about, Rhian?
We're always looking for new things, because there are so many incredible organisations out there that are all require funding, but also awareness. So we've supported families down in Pembrokeshire and West Wales for a long time. What we haven't done is promoted it and got communities built. So in South Wales especially, we had a lot of communities, and that's what we're trying to build here. So we just came up with something a bit different. So the elephant dip, and it was. We underestimated it, actually. We knew it'd be a good event, but it was just phenomenal, and so many people turned out. The sun was shining, which always helps.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was a bit chilly in there, wasn't it?
It was a bit. It was really funny, because a lot of people were like, it's quite warm today, it's 13 degrees. And I was like, that doesn't sound too bad. Until you get in it, my goodness me, it was freezing. It was great to see so many people down there at Coppet. It was a beautiful day. Bumped into a good friend of ours, Rob Evans. He was actually here, sat there on our launch day. He's a great friend of ours. Really proud of Rob Evans and his achievements. Great to see so many of the rugby boys getting behind it. And we're going to be there again this year.
Yay!
And I've said to the others, it's time for you to go for a dip this time. And they were like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, I wasn't expecting that reaction. All of them were going, no, you're doing it. I think we're all going to be going for a dip. And I think there's going to be some very interesting costumes as well.
Brilliant.
Been lots of bidding online for full adult costumes by the sounds of things. It's going to look brilliant. So the Two Wish Elephant Dip this year happening on Sunday the 20th of November at Coppet Hall in Saundersfoot. We're going to be broadcasted there live as well. We're so excited. We're going to be live 10 till 1. You can find out more details right now by heading on over to purewestradio.com, or you can also go straight to the Two Wish website as well. It's twowish.org.uk. You can get your tickets now. £5 for adults, £3 for children. Donation is required to take part, of course. I mean, what does this mean to Two Wish at an event like this?
Oh, it means so much. It means so much, because many of our families who we've supported will come along. It's important that they feel that they're supported as well by communities. We will hopefully raise some money, but actually for some events it's more important to raise awareness, and we want people to be walking the dog past and ask, who are you, what are you doing? And it is about building a community. We've had Cass join us. We've got some amazing ambassadors down here and flying the flag, and that's how we will grow our communities of support as well. So please come along. It will be an amazing event. Wear wigs, tutus, elephant ears, and just appreciate your support and also everyone listening.
Yeah, no, it's our absolute pleasure. We cannot wait. It's going to be a brilliant, brilliant day. There's loads of the team coming down. We're going to be having a dip, and there's going to be some very interesting costumes as well. Rhiannon, lovely to meet you. Thanks ever so much for coming in today and telling us and sharing us your story. A wonderful, wonderful charity. Hats off to you for going through that adversity and coming out and doing the great work that you do. I know so many families and people that are just in debt to you. So thank you.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Pleasure. Right, Sister Sledge, we are family. It's been picked for the Two Wish family.
It's for the Two Wish family. Our staff are listening back in Cardiff. We know that there's many families here, and just to know, we're always there and we are a family.
Yeah, you certainly are. Wonderful family at that. Rhiannon, founder there, Two Wish, thank you for joining us on the show this morning.
Thank you.
Lovely to meet you. With my clothes on this time, what a great two. This is Sister Sledge. We are family. Make sure you join us at the Big Elephant Dip. It is fantastic. You will never see anything quite like this in Pembrokeshire. I guarantee it. Hundreds and hundreds of people dressed up as elephants going for a dip at Coppet Hall, Saundersfoot. Join us there on Sunday, 20th of November. More details on the website, purewestradio.com.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by, and we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us they say, can they be that close? Just